It is pushing an ideology.
Yeah, and when you see it in television shows, and it's about hegemony, one of the big words, the idea that you don't have to march into a country to take over, but you win by consent of the people. You let the people think everything's okay, and this is the way it should be. And so when you constantly are attending things, and there's always an opening prayer, and you're always making deference to God, and all of a sudden the TV shows, like when you start watching television shows, you start to realize everything is not only Christian, but it's Protestant, and it's heterosexual, and everything is exactly the same. You start to see this cookie-cutter kind of people.
Yeah.
And so it's not about Jesus, because it's
about conforming?
Right. It's about conforming. It's about corporate conforming.
Yeah.
It's about
an indoctrination.
It's an indoctrination to spend money. And what's interesting, though, it wasn't the corporations. Usually it's the corporations say, how can we appropriate these people? This is the Christian kind of think tank mentality to say, we're losing our people. People are not going to church.
Yes, right.
What is it we can do? Well, we'll start rock and roll. We'll have movies. We'll have WWJD bracelets. We'll have Army of God toys for kids to play with. And
Army of God toys? What are these,
toys.
action figures?
Yeah.
With shards of light coming down?
They are. You push a button and they quote scripture to you. They are action figures.
There's
like
Samson.
Fun. Well, it depends on what you like your action figures to do. I'll tell you about the Army of God pajamas, and your listeners can.
The Army of God pajamas? I want them.
They're white children's pajamas with a big red cross on the middle. Sound familiar? Mm. And the kid gets a stuffed shield and sword to go to bed with to protect them from Satan.
What does this, because this is not uniquely American, but all of this is about the States. Right. What does this do to the political process?
Huge. Like, let's use NASCAR as an example. NASCAR is an incredible voting base. In fact, George Bush did pretty well with the NASCAR voters. They have
Sarah Palin mentioned it.
Absolutely. They have Team Jesus in NASCAR. There's a Team Jesus that races for this. And NASCAR is pretty well 100% Protestant Christian and white and male and all those things. Well, this is a large voting base. This is also a large economic base. When you start colliding your symbols, having Team Jesus racing, these are signifiers and messengers that families, people that are not particularly educated in understanding nuances of the world. Not that all NASCAR people are not.
No, but not given too many advantages.
Exactly. Are conned into this.
So how is democracy going to be saved?
Well, I don't know that we have one, and I don't know that it can ever be saved anyhow. I guess,
do you see this inevitable as just growing and growing and
growing?
No,
and this is my little pitch for being intelligent and being a teacher. I believe in media literacy. I believe that starting from age 0, our kids need to be taught about consumption and the messages that consumption gives us. And who has the power that owns this?
No, it's just the two of us. Nobody can hear.
Okay,
Even
no one.
Dimitri's
There's
not
no one here.
The
okay,
producer.
Okay.
We're both going to burn in hell for this.
You think so?
Oh, we're in deep. Somebody's going to tell.
We're on that picture in the Vatican, reaching out.
I was going to say God bless you, but maybe not.
Nah.